and welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147. Now, before I get into today's whip and chat, I've received a parcel. I've received a parcel from a subscriber. Now, this has come all the way from Germany, and this is from Saskia. Now, I have opened it to the point of taking out a letter, because she did warn me that there was a long letter on there, which there was. There was some questions as well for the whip and chat. So I'll get to those when we do the whip and chat. But can I just firstly say, how amazing is this box? The kids even got excited that it is a Sesame Street box. It actually got here quite quick from when she advised me it was posted. But I'm so excited to see what's in it. So let's have a look. Ooh, we have a lucky dip going on. Okay, first up, Kinder Bueno. She said these were her favourites. Yes, they are definitely a favourite in this house as well. Are they like individual ones, individual strips? We normally buy them like, and they're a bar with two. Oh, they are. So they're like a Bueno strip. Might have to hide them unless I decide I want to share them. Oh, what else have we got? Oh my giddy aunt. There is all sorts in here. So storage. Love it. I have the same. I hope you like the bigger containers too. Oh, and everything's wrapped. Oh, my giddy aunt. Get yourselves in for a long whip and chat today. It's going to take me time to get in all these goodies. Oh, I thought I'd nearly had it then, but I don't. Okay, we're going to have to go a bit harder. Let's... Oh, there we go. We have tape on it, that's why. Oh, wow. Oh, I think I've seen these. These are the Tic Tac-ish containers, but actually bigger, so that you can get... Oh, and they do come out so that you can fill them up. And then you've got your little tipping spout. Oh, I'll be giving those a go. How many do we get in there? 2, 4, 6, 8... 16, 32. Did my maths go right? Yeah, it did. I had to double check that. So that's a 32, which is good, because it's a nice different number as well, because I like to pick my storage according to my kits. Somewhere to put your wax and the smallest cut straighteners ever. Oh, what are these? Oh, wow, they are tiny. So this looks like a straightener for like a 2 or maybe a 3 diamond. Oh, they are adorable. I like those. And then, oh, and some bigger straighteners. They're what I've got. So they're like a 6-place ones. They must be a 3. They are adorable. I'll definitely be using some of those. And then, oh, they're sweet. They are posher than mine. I will definitely refill my wax in one of those. Plus they're pink and they look nice. What else have we got? Oh, goodness me. Oh, so no point wrapping this. It says the smell gives it away. A regional coffee blend. Oh, wow. So I have some German coffee. Awesome. Thank you. I will enjoy that. What else have we got? Oh, the gift keeps on giving. Oh, we have a diamond painting. Let's have a look. It's called Snow White's, but that definitely looks like Alice in Wonderland to me. And that is a round. Looks like it's one of the 30 by 40s, but it's a bit smaller. But you can still make out what that is. Alice in her teacups. Oh, proper spoilt here, Saskia. I'm gonna have to find some room to put it all when I'm done. In case you need a break from diamond painting. See, I might do after this whip and chat's finished. Oh, a little puzzle. I do like a good puzzle. Me and the kids will probably do that. Oh, it's all in German at the bottom, so I can't tell, but it's 99 pieces. I can read that. 99-piece puzzle. Oh, that is sweet. So we've got a puzzle. Oh, there's more. There's more. And then, what have we got here? This one says Slytherin Pride. I think this might be for Megan. She is a Slytherin kind of girl. I'm going to open it for her anyway, though. Oh, yes, that's a Megan pin. All green. That is awesome. I don't know why I even did that, as though I was checking that there wasn't anything else in there. And then we have, this one says Blue Sparkle on it. Oh, pretty. I know what today's pen is. And I can put one of those little straighteners in there. But I'm going to test out a little mini straightener. Are these the mini ones? Yeah, they are, because I think they are so cute. Okay, it's nearly in, but you see how did is that? Yes, that is today's pen of choice. Okay, I think, yeah, Lucky Dip's over. So I'm going to pop all this in there and deal with it later. Let's have a look at this last one. I wouldn't mind, I've just put the box on top of the diamond painting that I'm about to do. Oh, that looks pretty already. Oh, that is a little, what looks like a raccoon hiding behind some purple flowers. Oh, that one's gorgeous. That's really sweet. I've not seen one like that before either. That is 20 colours in round, and it does come with the diamonds. It just says, that's probably one of the seller's codes. Oh, Saskia, you have well and truly spoilt me. So there's 2 diamond paintings. I might share with Megan, I might not. Coffee's definitely all mine. It's not a Megan drinker. A Megan thing. We've got a puzzle, some little wax pots which I'll put to use, 2 pens, straighteners, storage, and some chockies. Oh, thank you ever so much, Saskia. Let me move these up just so that I can create a little, I'm using that, just to try and create a little bit of space ready for today's whip and chat. Because those wax pots are well better than my little last ditch attempt effort at one. And I put the diamonds for this over here. Let me just make sure I put them with it. Because as I'm filming this, we have a birthday party for my son tomorrow. So I'm not sure how long it will take for me to be able to sort those out properly. Because the house is going to get a little crazy. But let me move my board over. There we go. I didn't think it was in properly. And I'm now going to use the pen from Saskia because I can. And I've got enough tips to replace this when I do decide to switch and give glue dots a good go. And I'm trying to fill it up now quite a few times fully. Trying to find the bit of wax I have in my pot that's actually going to let me get a full circle. I think it's definitely time for new wax. And I have a new pot to put it in now. So let's have a look where we're going today. Let me open the app. And that's not the right one, that's the mystery painting, because I did get another section in. Here we go. June Waffles, are you ready? I must have my sound on my phone. Didn't realise that. Oh, 27. So we are going down all the way down here to the bottom. So let's do a little bit of, oh, in fact, I reshuffled the 26 obviously the other day. And let's straighten up the 22 with the one we did next to it. And we're going to go, we've got a bit of purple in this one for definite. I think this is the section with more purple in, but we've got a little bit in this one. And let me just grab the questions from YouTube. I've got my Mac here, but it's not in its usual position. And grab the letter with the questions as well from Saskia, and we'll get going. I've got my tray, I've got my clips, though I don't need my clips today because we're working on the bottom. And we get to start with some purple. So let's put some purple in. Oh, I lost my stopper. Get back in. It does fit in two different ways, and one's a little bit snugger than the other. Because they do alter a little bit as you go. I keep going to put diamonds down. No, let me go and get questions and I'll be back. Okay, I have just been chatting away to myself while I started what I thought was the next stage of this whip and chat after going and getting Saskia's lovely letter. Chatting away, and all of a sudden my camera turned itself off. And then I realised that I had been talking to myself. It wasn't recording / I hadn't hit record. I don't know which. Probably I hadn't hit record because there's no footage there. So I do apologise. I have placed a little bit of purple, but I will go over what I chatted to myself. So yeah, Saskia has sent me sort of two full pages of a letter, which has been lovely to read. And she's also sent some sort of whip and waffle questions, so I thought we'd start with them. So the first question she's asked is, what is it that your children / husband do for a living or want to do in the future? What do they study? She knows Megan's a teacher, but she wonders about her siblings and dad as well, unless they don't want to share that information with your crazy YouTube fans. No, they're more than happy with that. So yeah, so there's Megan, the eldest. Then Caris has recently finished and got her criminology degree at Chester University. She got that in the sort of middle of COVID, so they haven't had a graduation ceremony or anything. But one of her plans after uni was to go and visit Australia, as well as seeing my family going, I think quite a few. I'm not sure, I think she was more going on a visiting visa first off, stay with family, you know, go and view places. And then she was going to decide from that if she wanted to go back again on a working visa and have that as an experience as well, before then settling into some field to do with criminology. Because a lot of the fields she is interested in, they actually go, most of them tend to be based around those that are older, so like 24 onwards. So yeah, she was going to do a bit of travelling beforehand. So while that trip was cancelled, the initial setup trip was cancelled, and it's currently on a very long pause, she is working at Farm Foods, which is it's like a freezer shop place. It sells other stuff as well, but primarily it sells freezer food. She worked there in college, so she has gone back to working there, and at the moment that's where she is, until she can get to go to Australia and then take it from there. Lewis, whose birthday is on Monday, he's the only summer baby, and he as you're watching this video, sorry, I lost my train of thought then completely. As you're watching this video, we are currently having his birthday party, which equals a family and friends barbecue. So that sort of started at the same time as this video, and he is also currently working at Farm Foods. He's not quite sure what he wants to do as a career yet, so he's working and gaining some pennies while he takes the time to decide that. Catherine, our youngest, she is currently in college. So when COVID hit, she was in her last year of high school. So she got hit with, all the work you've put in for your GCSEs, for your exams side of things, is done. And she had quite a few months where she just, she'd finished school. That was it. What's she going to do? Bless her. It wasn't the easiest time. But yeah, she got teacher assessments and, came out with grades she was extremely happy with, and so were we. Grades we felt she deserved, which is the main thing. She's then just finishing her first year of college, doing her A-levels, and she's doing history, classics and biology in her second year. She did also do maths in her first year, but she knew that there would be one subject that she'd drop for her full A-level, and she did those four at AS level. She's wanting to go on to uni, studying mainly history and classics. Something along those lines. Not quite exactly sure on the course, but she has been looking at a few unis. Glasgow seems to be her favourite at the moment, which will be the furthest away any one of them has ever gone. She does have a love for Scotland, so I think that has something to do with it as well. But we'll see if that ends up being the best course for her once she's looked through all of them. And then hubby is a medical engineer. He works on medical equipment, so he fixes them and services them and all that sort of stuff. But you're talking special care hospital beds, baths in care homes, showers, hoists, all that sort of medical equipment, and sort of some therapy equipment as well. So yeah, that's what he does for a living. Let me just find out what that beeping is. Okay, that noise was Megan setting off the smoke alarm. So yeah, it's had an entertaining few minutes with two kids taking it in turns to try and waft the smoke away from the smoke alarm so it'd shut up. I don't know if anybody actually managed to hear that beep, beep, beep through everything, but if you did, that's what it was. Okay, now it's time for a few ABs. So I'm going to get out my very, very messed up now. The end of it is very squished, but it does the job. Little pen with wax for some ABs. I've got some purple. I'm not sure if I've got, I know Z is one as well, which is why I thought I may as well just get it out and do that next. And then I have two there that will be white ones. I'm trying to think what the other ABs were. So one of them is I. Oh, I think that's it. The other one is I, which I don't think I have in this section. So we'll get the purples in. Am I done? Sparkly purple is complete. And then I need, let's just pop dive for two white ones, because that's much easier than tipping them out and tipping them back in. But then I have a lot more Zs, so I'm going to put those in and then see how much I can get these lined up. Well, I've got my little straightener on the end of my pen, haven't I? I can use them. Okay, next question. I think I covered all of that question after we got rudely interrupted. She said, do companies watch reviews and respond to them, especially when there are a few negative things you've found on their products? No, I haven't heard any, or haven't seen anybody from a company comment back on anything that I've not been too happy with. I have had on a couple of unboxings from a couple of companies, and I think it was Pelican, what's the name of it now? Purple Pelican, that's it, came back to me as I went to look at the box. Purple Pelican and Diamond Art Studio UK, they both commented to clarify things. So it wasn't, neither of the reviews, neither of their products, there was anything bad. I haven't had anything bad to say about them. But there were, you know, a couple of things that I pointed out that they either clarified or, you know, they said they were in the process of changing. So that was nice that they were able to, you know, make it clear on that information for people. Yeah, but they're both quite newer companies in the diamond painting world. And yeah, it's nice when, and I think maybe Rowe Diamonds did as well, actually. I can't remember if they commented as well, but it's not common. And any company that I've not had a great experience with doesn't tend to comment, or hasn't done so far, or get in touch in any other way either. I don't tend to have had that particularly. Would you like to share your thoughts on the so-called Megxit? Did you watch the interview, and what are your fondest memories of Diana? Can't wait to see your unboxing of her Diamond Art Club. Yes, I did purchase a Diamond Art Club. I just thought it would be something that would be really nice to do. In relation to the Megxit, it's one of those. I think there are two sides to every story. I don't think we're definitely not hearing both sides, in the fact that a lot of the time the royal family don't tend to comment on anything. It's always been their way. It's pretty much the way they normally work, is any comments, any press, anything like that. It is very, very rare that they will release any sort of statement or comment on anything like that. So I take everything with a little pinch of salt. I do like Harry, but yeah, I do take everything with a pinch of salt, and realise that, you know, we're never going to hear both sides of the story. And I think there's also an element of, if they want to get on with their lives away from the royal family, that's fine. So just do it. You know, pick what you want to do. And if you want to have your own life, then just go do it. Don't talk about it, do it. But yeah, you know, there'll be elements of truth in there. How much of it, I don't think anybody will ever know. Memories of Diana, I don't really have a lot. You know, I probably wasn't at that age where, you know, interest in what the royals were doing was as big. I do remember the wedding, and I've missed two M's. I do remember the wedding and watching the wedding. But apart from that, I just know she did, you know, a lot of it is probably what's been, has come out in the press over the years, over different times, over the latest scandal for her interview. You know, there's been another load of press on Diana. That's probably more what I've read. But I do, from what I have seen and from what I do remember from that era, I do think the People's Princess is quite apt, really. She did become a very, you know, much loved member of the royal family, and I just think it's absolutely awful, really, what happened to her. And I don't think we'll ever know the truth of what happened that night either, but yeah, I just think it's tragic, and I do feel for both William and Harry for having to go through that, especially with so many people watching them. I think it's just a little bit of not right in that. I think, you know, they should have been able to have their time and their space. And it must have been a really, really hard time for them. But yeah, apart from that, I don't really know that much to comment. You know, the royals have always been a part of our lives. They've always been there. I don't think the royal family should go. I'm more than happy with us having a royal family. Some people will think something different, but I do think, you know, there should be elements of, and I say history, but, you know, the fact that there's always, or pretty much always been a monarch, I think should carry on as long as it can. And yeah, just embrace the fact that we have a monarchy. Okay, what next? Oh, she says she's actually ordered Mama Knows Best, as she thinks it's an amazing design. Did you choose it because of her? And did you see Game of Thrones? No, I've never watched Game of Thrones. I think I picked it not for what it was based on. I picked it, one, because I liked the image, and second, because it was on sale. It was on sale from Diamond Art Club at the time. It was the first, I ordered two at the time, I think I ordered that one and Megan's Peter Pan. I wanted to order us one each, but I didn't want to spend a fortune on it because, you know, at that point it was probably the most expensive diamond painting I'd ever bought at that time. So yeah, I went for it because it was the one I liked the most on sale. And then I got the Peter Pan one for Megan. I think that one was on sale as well at the time. And with that, and then of course shipping to the UK and VAT and customs when it came into the UK. It was just a matter of it being, you know, the most cost-effective way for me to get a Diamond Art Club. I had another little pause then for me tea. I thought I heard Megan banging on the wall to tell me that tea was ready. Turns out she didn't bang on the wall. She texts me. Not that I ever got the text, but anyway. Oh, it's going to be one of those videos today. I can see it happening. So last question that Saskia has asked is, did you name your printers? She can't wait to see if the new one is a boy or a girl. Yes, we did name the printers. So the original first off printer was named Steve. The second printer was named Dave. And the third printer is named Rose. She is a rose between two thorns. Then again, they take it in turns over who's going to give us trouble on what day. But as long as all three don't go out of action, we're normally okay with that. And if we get a good day out of all three printers, we're loving it. But yeah, we do have the third one. It's been set up and it is functioning, but it's yeah, we've not had a full day of capacity yet due to this, that and the other, but we will get there. Okay, so that is Saskia's questions. Thank you so much for all of those. And it was lovely, really, really nice reading the letter. But yeah, let's go back to some YouTube questions while I keep plodding on with this section. Lady Dax said she's not had time to do the whip and chat the last few days. She has been busy framing and hanging her paintings and working on the garden with her daughter. Awesome. Sometimes you do need to take a little bit of a pause just to deal with the ones that you finished, re-straighten up, and then you know, and do something else, and then you can get stuck back into it with gusto, and carry on from there. She did say that the pen I use for my ABs is also available on Fanshells and Amazon. She likes filling the very fine end with wax and using it when doing, can't get my words out, when doing rounds, but she says it's not so good on squares. And that is that very fine tip. Can work on rounds. I tend to primarily use that one just for straightening more than anything else. But I think, you know, the pen's original purpose was for the likes of nail art, and therefore that's probably why it works on some of the rounds, because it would have just been small rhinestones. It's just, oh, see, look, straightener worked perfect. Give those a little nudge. Susan said, hi Rebecca, she also likes Timney Arts. She says the one she's purchased recently, which is Nicole Flower, has 6 colours of AB drills. Oh, that's good to know. I'm going to have to go and have another browse on their site if they are still doing some with ABs. She's been diamond painting for about 6 months and is a confirmed addict. She loves my videos and the Facebook group, and her question is, how many paintings do you have waiting to do? Oh, that is a question. I actually have them sort of sectioned-ish. So I have about 3 customs left to do, 2 full-size ones and some small, and then I probably have, and I'm going for rough estimates here, I probably have about 15 special diamond paintings. I probably have 10 square paintings in 30 by 40. I probably have about the same, maybe a little bit more, especially with those 2 additions from Saskia. I probably have a couple more of those to do 30 by 40s in rounds. I then probably have 10 to 15 that are either 30 by 30 or smaller. And then large paintings, I probably have about 25 to 30. So what's that? Probably coming up to 100 paintings. I haven't done an actual count in a while, so I don't know exactly. But I'd probably say if I added every single one up, the small ones as well as the bigger ones, it's probably 100, which is actually quite frightening. I probably should try and trim that down a little bit. And I do often trim down when I do a batch of unboxings, which I got a few videos filmed for unboxings coming on this channel in July. I got a few of those filmed the other day, and I was very good at putting, you know, a lot of the diamond paintings that I got, they've been put to one side for a potential future giveaway. And I probably give away more paintings than I keep, but I still have so many. I do, and I've had more arrive, both for this channel and for my new YouTube channel, which is launching. Well, the first video will be up on the 1st of August. So the link is in the description of this video below. So do go and subscribe to my new channel, which is, well, I say new, my additional channel. Let's just be clear, this one is not going anywhere, which is Add More Zest with Diamonds. I'm thinking at the moment it will be primarily unboxings on that channel, but it may change. I may end up mixing up what I put on across both channels. But to start off with, it's going to just be different types of unboxings. On different days, it won't be a video a day. This channel will then turn from the beginning of August, may not be a video a day either, but there will at least be a video on one or the other channel. It is my hope, and in fact you'll probably get more than 7 videos in a week, because some days there will be a video up on each. So do go over and subscribe to that one, especially if you like your video a day, to make sure that that keeps happening. But yeah, it's probably around 100, Susan, which is probably far too many. But having said that, sometimes I can get through, you know, a painting, potentially sometimes even 2 in a week, if it's some of the smaller ones. And some of them I'm just not ready to give up yet. I will have to have sort of another sort through, I think, at some point. Just, you know, laying out what I do have and then choosing my favourites. But at the moment I still have the storage space for all of them. I think it's my big ones that I probably have far too many, because I don't get anywhere near as many big ones done as I do small. But some of them are just so flipping gorgeous. That's the problem. I need to find lots more hours in the day and get a lot more diamond painting done, and then I can go through my stash. I need retirement, that's what I need. I'll be able to get a lot more done when I retire. But that's, you know, too many years off yet, so I'll keep plodding through as many of them as I can, and at least I have options. Denise says Dollar Tree in the US currently has pool noodles. She says they're just $1 and they're thinner than the ones you find at other stores. Okay, so that could be good for diamond painting wise. She says she's not sure if the hole is quite as big, the hole in the middle, because the foam's a bit thick, so it's only about 1 inch in diameter. But she has a 60 by 90 set up on one, and she says you do need 2 in order to go the whole length of the canvas on both ends though. Okay, so it is, if you're rolling up the 90 end, it's like 45 centimetres long, something like that. Or maybe it's a 30 centimetre long one. But if you have Dollar Tree near you, then that might be a good place to pick some pool noodles up for a good price. And they come in a lot more funky colours than pipe lagging does, to be honest. Oh, here's Saskia. This is a comment she put on a couple of days ago. She says, hello and good night from Germany. I've just been unboxing your gift, Saskia, and I'm using the pen. She tries to keep up with the whip and waffle each evening when she comes home from working the evening shift in a restaurant. She says it's the best way to calm your brain and then be able to fall asleep. So thanks for keeping me company. She says, I kind of wish you would do it every day of the year because of how soothing it is. And she was wondering if I would do a what's in my stash video or my finished diamond painting videos. Yeah, I can definitely do some of those. I will pop them down because that in effect doesn't need a lot of preparation from me. I mean, I need to prepare in the fact of gather them together. Gather my diamond paintings together, only because they're stored in a few different places. But yeah, I'll be happy to go through a what's in my stash now video and show you guys sort of what I have to choose from for upcoming decision maker apps to decide a painting, because I did put the unboxings that I did the other day, the ones that I chose to keep for now. I made sure that I popped them all away and popped them in my decision maker app and made sure they were all labelled up with our canvas labels, and all the diamonds were put away securely. So yeah, it'll be quite interesting as well for me, I think, because through, you know, how busy I've been and doing this June waffle, the last paintings that I kitted up, apart from Mr. Quacker's, that's probably the most recent I kitted up, but I haven't done any more of yet, is a mystery painting that I was sent by Margaret. That was one that I kitted up and I'm still actually working on. That's the one that I keep trying to do extra little bits of if I do get time to do more than this. And apart from that, it was the second custom of the 4 customs that I'm doing for a comparison. So it's actually been a while since I've had a good flip through everything I've got, and it probably will be good for me to do, because maybe then once I've done a what's in my stash, I can decide if there is any that I am happy to let go of for whatever reason, and hone in on the ones that I really, really want to do. Though there's just too many that I really, really want to do. I have so many in my stash that I love so many of them. Really doesn't help. Oh, AJM says, what exactly is sticky toffee pudding? That is a good question. It is like a sponge. Let me just get the exact definition. It is sticky date pudding in Australia and New Zealand. It is a British dessert. Oh, I didn't realise it was British. But it is a moist sponge cake made with finely chopped dates covered in a toffee sauce. And then you often serve with vanilla custard or vanilla ice cream. And apparently it's considered a British classic. See, sometimes you just grow up with these things like sticky toffee pudding that I never knew was a British pudding. I just assumed that it was available everywhere. But apparently it's not. So there you go. It's a moist sponge cake with very finely chopped dates to the point that you can hardly even tell that they're there, apart from the taste. Covered in like a toffee sauce, and then it's amazing with custard. Absolutely love it with custard. If you get hold of some, it's well worth a try. Absolutely love the stuff. Jeanette says she's enjoyed watching and listening to the Whip and Waffle from Saskatchewan, Canada, and I've probably completely hashed that name, apart from Canada, I can say that. She was just curious what happens to the unboxing from companies while you're doing this Whip and Waffle. So because I knew this Whip and Waffle was coming up, I did advise companies who, because they do always message me to say, you know, do you want to unbox and do you want to choose some things? So I did let any company that messaged me know, saying, yep, happy to. However, I've got an event going in June. I can unbox in July. So any companies that chose to take me up on that did send me items, and they know their video's not going up till July. And that was what I was discussing before. Some unboxings that I was doing was for those said companies, ready for July. And I often do the unboxings in bulk, because then it takes the pressure off me having to do 7 videos in a week. It then only tends to be 5 in a week, and it's a lot more manageable, even if I do have a manic day doing unboxings. Plus it means I can, you know, go through them and I'm more selective on the ones I want to keep when I see them all together. And it stops me hoarding too many. Because I do love every single one that I pick, otherwise I wouldn't pick it. I pick them because I like them. I would never want to do an unboxing on something I didn't like or didn't believe in. I feel like it would come across, you know, that I'm unboxing something I don't like. So I do definitely like every single one that I unbox, and sometimes it can be hard picking which ones to keep. Unless, of course, I order the same thing twice, which I have done before. Sandra says she's loving the waffles, which she normally listens to while she's diamond painting. But she couldn't get my video to play on her smart TV this evening. So she watched it before bedtime. And she said while I was doing the E, she really wanted to hand me her multiplacer. Yeah, I just can't get on with them. I mean, I probably could if I tried hard enough. I just enjoy the process of one at a time. I really, really do. But yeah, I have seen a few comments and posts that people have had problems playing videos on YouTube. I'm not sure whether, you know, there was some sort of update in the app and it stopped it either streaming to TVs or showing for some reason. And it's not just my videos, because at first I was thinking, have I uploaded them differently? Have I picked different options to what I normally do or anything like that? And I actually haven't. It is just, it's happening to many people, and to people that watch different videos. So hopefully YouTube is on it and they will have fixed that by now. I can only hope. I did receive a message from the lovely Melissa today, whose comments seem to be disappearing off my YouTube, which is really kind of gutting, because the only comments that I ever particularly get rid of are spam. You know, the ones that like to put a link to I don't know what, because I don't click on it. They're the only comments I tend to get rid of. I've only ever got rid of, I think, 2 comments other than that, and they were just downright rude. And Melissa is never downright rude, and they were over a year ago, I think. Yeah, somebody decided that their opinion was the be all and end all, and decided to be rude about it rather than just have a different opinion. So rather than stress and panic, I just deleted it, because who needs that in their life? But yeah, I've never had any of that now for at least a year, I'd say. And yeah, it's kind of gutting that they're either not playing my videos or not putting people's comments on, because YouTube, that's not nice. Fix it. Leah says, every time I start your video, I'm wondering, did she think about turning the sound on her computer off? I actually have for this video, which makes a change. And it is something that, you know, if I turn the sound off, the sound will stay off. But because it's on my Mac, that I then take the video that I've just done and I have to go and edit it and get it uploaded to YouTube, I need to put my sound back on for that. So I put my sound back on and do all my editing and stuff, and then of course when it comes to the next video, I completely forget until an email pops through. And as you may be able to tell by the amount of times that it does go ping, I can get quite a few emails. It's either YouTube comments or orders, or, you know, any other of those 50 million emails that people tend to get anyway. I just have YouTube and orders on top of that. So yeah, I do apologise. I try my best. I'll try just not to bring it up and just mute it when it happens and hope nobody noticed. And then she also says she was wondering, she lives in a country that has a president, and I thought it must be weird to have a king or a queen, as most countries have a president. So do you think it's weird to have a president? She thinks it's really cool to have a queen as a ruler. I don't know whether I've ever thought it's weird to have a president. I've thought some presidents are weird, but that's a whole different kettle of fish, and I'm not getting into politics and I'm not naming names. But I don't know whether I've ever thought it's weird. I think it's just one of those things that I've always thought most countries are different. I suppose a lot of the time growing up and you know, maybe young years when there wasn't as much internet and stuff, is you always sort of knew that, you know, my country, our country, had a queen. And then we always knew that the US of A had a president, because they were always the main two that ever came into discussion. I think it's only once, you know, the internet has become out there that it's become more apparent that, oh, some countries, it becomes more apparent, you know, that there are more countries with presidents than are necessarily realised, and then there's still some countries with kings and queens, but yeah, well, kings primarily. I've got quite a few of these glow-in-the-dark ones, are two stuck together. and I'm not fighting with those right now. So yeah, I've never really thought about it that much. It's just always been normal. I think what's made some of the differences more apparent, or what I've noticed more, not so much in how a country's run, but the whole, you know, states and having different states, is I never quite realised how much Australia has some things from, you know, what I class as being commonly British or UK, and then some things that are more apparent in America. So they have states, which is similar to America, but then they do other stuff that's similar to the UK, like driving on the left. And, you know, it's amazing how the country is sort of, it's not a mixture of the two, it's its own country in its own right, but because when I was growing up, it was always prominently the two that were sort of compared as being different. It's very weird how then I feel like Australia's in the middle. Does that make sense? It's not, I say, it's its own country, but I think, yeah, it's definitely different. But I think our Queen's awesome, to be fair, to still, one, be going at her age, and second, just being so dignified, I think. And yeah, steadfast. She's always been there. And I think it's going to be very, very weird when it does come to a time that she's not. But let's not talk about anything like that, because that's just a downer. Anyway, the next section is done. We have 4. Oh, we are so nearly done, and I have, as much as I can't do another month of a waffle every single day, I kind of wish I could. I really am enjoying the questions and the interaction, and I would love to have the waffle as a constant and then other videos. Yeah, it's just not practical, but maybe one day, we shall see. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining this extremely bitty whip and waffle for today. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day or night's sleep, whatever it may be, and I will speak to you all again tomorrow.